Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday the 17th of May, and just thought I would give you a quick update as we hurtle towards half term, and we're in Tuesday, week 5, of the Trinity term. I'm probably about 40-50 minutes away from the school having a quite special high-profile visitor. Not that they're coming to visit the school as such, but they are using the facilities here to land their helicopter. So I think we have a royal visitor today where we'll get a few pupils who will be able to present some flowers, and maybe if I can stop the staff from elbowing each other out of the way, there may be the opportunity for some pupils to even sit in the helicopter while Princess Anne does her royal visit into Wisbech. But again, that's our second one that we've had over the last few years. There has been so much that's happened in the last 5 weeks, and I'm going to again keep my eye very clearly on the timer to make sure I stay as close to 10 minutes as I possibly can. With that, and getting you to listen or to watch to things, I'm hoping as many of you have picked up as possible our first podcast. We would, again, I'm not going to quite go down the line of please like and subscribe, etc., as they do on all kind of YouTube videos. But if you would like to listen, we are trying this on for size to see if it's a way in which A, you like what we're doing, B, we can get more information out about the school. We know it's a fantastic place, but again, it's just a great way to be able to publicise what we're doing and also to give you some stories from slightly behind the school door and actually what our pupils think. So the first one is from 3 of our 4 heads of school. The other head of school wasn't around at the time and they're on royal duty today. So we're trying to share the love, shall we say, amongst those boys and girls as much as we possibly can. It's been inspection week last week. I don't have any news for you yet, other than we've got one more part to go, which is the boarding inspection. They had a boarding inspector who didn't turn up, and so we are now in a kind of state of limbo, waiting for that inspection to finish. There was lots of positive feedback initially given to us, which is great, and I'd like to thank you, the parents, for the unbelievably positive feedback that they said that they had encountered through the questionnaire. We'll get more detail on that as time goes on, but they were very, very unequivocal in the fact that those who had answered were an incredibly positive, supportive, happy parent group and really pleased with everything that we were doing at the school. This was then backed up by the pupils in their questionnaire and also from the interviews that they did. But I'm going to leave inspection there for the time being. Move on to another sort. We have had 2 JCQ inspections, one to check us up over the how we do exams for pupils with learning support, and also to see how we actually run exams, because as those of you who are in the upper 6th and or have pupils in the upper 6th, sons and daughters in GCSE year group, we have started public exams, and so there is a slight sense of the sun is shining. It's 24-25 degrees today, and we've got pupils in an exam hall and doing public exams as it ever was thus. So they came in yesterday and gave us a clean bill of health. The learning support one was before half term, was a no notice, and again we passed those with flying colours, so we're very much ready and geared up for the public exam season, which is great to hear. We've got a special visitor coming today in Princess Anne, who'll be landing the helicopter on the school field. So if people are wondering what that is or you hear about it, that's exactly what it is. She's not visiting the school. She's using us as a staging post to go and visit a couple of places in Wisbech, but the helicopter will be here, and there will be a small opportunity for some pupils to meet and maybe a few pupils to be able to even sit in the helicopter. But we shall see, and that's meant to be in the next 40-50 minutes, so that's quite exciting. It's lovely to have the first, shall we say, unrestricted Trinity term that we've had in 2 years, so it's been great to see cricket and athletics going on. Obviously some things we've won, some we've lost, some have been close, some have been a country mile between us and the other sides, but it's been just great to look out over the school fields and see people playing cricket, people doing sport, and a sense of, dare I say it, normality returning to life at the grammar school. We've had an open event, which was normally our small open event at this time of year, where we would pick up maybe 15, 20 parents who were thinking about September 2023, and we had 50, 60, 70 sets of parents in, and on the back of that, some people who were 2023 starters are now going to be starting in 2022, particularly in the prep school, which is all good news. We've also had launched our podcast, and I'm hoping I haven't repeated myself because I've tried to do this video about 3 or 4 times, so I'm hoping I haven't already said this. If I have, I do apologise. But we've launched our new podcast, On the Brink, and it's going to give us stories about life at Wisbech Grammar. The first one launches with 3 of our heads of school talking about their impressions of the school, what they've got out of it through their journey at various different times, because they all joined at different times. They all have a different story. Please give it a listen. It is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that you can get to do it. You can see I'm not a proper YouTuber because I haven't said please like and subscribe, because it all helps the channel, whatever that means. Other things that we've had happen this term, Mr. Duncan has again been treading the boards, and he has managed to perform, I think it was the end of week 2 and into week 3 at the Angles Theatre. I think it's always fantastic to see a member of the teaching staff actually walking the walk, talking the talk, and actually doing what their craft and what they're teaching about. And it's no better than other musicians or in the theatre, and Mr. Duncan has done it again. Where he managed to find the time from, I have no idea, but at the same time it shows you the passion that we have on the staff for being able to do this type of thing. As I said, public exams are underway. We've got speech day coming at the end of term, and it's as a normal speech day. We will furnish you with more details just after half term, but do keep an eye on that. And we have got a really good guest speaker coming. It's not just me droning on. There's hopefully a really good and inspirational speaker coming to speak to the prep school and the senior school, but again, more details will come. We've also managed to get back in touch with the leavers who left in 2020 as an upper sixth, who had absolutely nothing. They were the first year group to go through, who had 0 leavers events simply because of lockdown. We've always said to them that we would do something, and I believe there is something in the works now to do something at school to draw as many of them back in a semi-informal way, but formal way, whatever it is that they want to do. And we're liaising with some key members of that year group, and so we will be doing something and keeping our promise that we said to them, because it would be great to also just catch up with them. We've had our first Friends of Wisbech Grammar School event once again, the quiz and chips, which was amazing, and all went towards kind of £1,500, £1,700 towards the kind of bandstand / pergola we're trying to put up, and we're raising money for. I think we probably need about £10,000 to do that, but again, we'll move forward with that, or with the Friends of Wisbech Grammar. And again, if I remember last time, when we announced it was happening and tickets went on sale, it was almost as fast as an Ed Sheeran concert where tickets sold out within about 2 or 3 hours. But we have now got a date with the Friends of Wisbech Grammar School for a parent ball and a parent event and fundraising ball, which will be close to the end of next term, the next Michaelmas term, 6th, 7th December, don't quote me, I'm not sure about that, but it is towards the end of next term on a Saturday night. So again, keep your diaries free for that if you'd like to come. And again, it is very much a fundraising event. We've had D of E going out, we've got more D of E going out, and of course we've said goodbye to our 5th form who are now on exam leave, and the upper 6th are leaving at the end of term. Well, not at the end of term, at the end of this week as well. So there's a whistle-stop tour of the last 5 weeks. It is as full as it ever was, but it's made a massive difference with the weather that I've got streaming through the window, and I know I've given you a slightly different perspective of the other side of my desk for the first time. But that brings you up to date. I hope it's useful, and I've just about managed to stay under my 10 minutes. Please, if I can say, give the podcast a look and a listen. It is really good, and I think it exemplifies everything that we really do well at Wisbech Grammar from those 3 amazing upper 6th formers. Thank you very much. Hopefully see you around the boundary over the coming weeks, and we'll be in touch very, very soon. And hopefully in the second half of the term, there'll be another podcast.